Hello everyone and welcome to week 5 of the NPL Miners. We're against Dr. Slacking this week and his really scary team. So yeah, I know last week I said that I probably wouldn't have much time for prep and it would be kind of a repeat of, or that this week would be kind of a repeat of that week, but that actually was not the case. I actually had a good amount of time to prep because we had to play the game a little later, and I ended up coming up with the set, like one particular set that I'm really happy with, and that is the Porygon 2 set, and we'll get to that in a bit. For now, I just want to start the game. So I'm going to lead with Rotom here because it has a pretty good matchup against everything. If he leads with Tyranitar, I can Will-O-Wisp and Defog and stuff like that. Going into Amoonguss was the expected play, but I'm fine with getting Chip on that with Burn. So now I can just Volt Switch here. I'm kind of assuming, even though I'm in with Rotom, he's going to predict the Volt Switch and go for a Spore. But like Rotom really couldn't do anything else. So I kind of go into the thing that I'm most okay with taking a Spore, which is Bronzong. And I know he probably can't really do anything to me, so I'm just going to stay in and burn a Sleep turn. And here I predict him to go for U-turn, not like Heat Wave or something like that. So I'm going to stay in again and burn another Sleep turn. And of course I get the full 3 Sleep turns. That's to be expected. And he's going to be able to go into Tyranitar here and get up his rocks. So at this point I'm kind of realizing, okay, I need to get my Flame Orb off in order to take physical hits from this team, and I need to get my Mega Evolution off on Gardevoir to be able to take special hits from this team. Because I'm a very specially defensive Gardevoir, but I still need the stats from my Mega Evolution. So I take this opportunity to get my Flame Orb up, and his Sand runs out, which is perfect. He no longer has the Spadef buff. But I'm going to double here, predicting him to switch and trying to get my Mega up on Gardevoir. And this is exactly what I wanted to be in on, a special attacking Tornadus. I probably should have gone for Wish first, to like gauge the damage and all that, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because with the confusion I would have had to break through it to protect and break through it to attack as well. So it kind of worked out that I didn't do that. And I'm able to get rid of the Torntea, which is a huge threat to my team very early on. Unfortunately, my Gardevoir is very low because of it. Now here, this is where I'm bad. I'm really, really bad at Pokemon. Yeah, I didn't realize, like, I know what Mold Breaker does, and I know that Marvel Scale is an ability. It's just, you have those moments where those two things, that both of them are things, but they don't link together in your brain, and you don't realize that, oh, these are going to interact in this way. So yeah, I switch into my Milotic thinking, oh, I can take this easily, and I do not. And I still didn't realize that at this time. So I think he's like adamant choice band. And here I make another stupid play and decide, oh, I'll just sack off Rotom. But Rotom is what I need to get my Porygon 2 set to work. So I guess I'll go ahead and explain that now, because it's actually kind of important. Sorry, I'm going to have to stop the battle for a second, but basically Rotom is supposed to Volt Switch on his Amoonguss switch in. Amoonguss switches into Rotom, I Volt Switch out, and am able to get P2 in on Amoonguss. And once P2 is in, it can set up a substitute for free, because Amoonguss can't touch it, obviously. And then once I have a sub up, I can start going for curses and analytic returns. Yeah, that's my set, along with recover. It's probably my favorite set I've ever come up with in Pokemon. And the whole goal of this game is to get that to work, and I sack the one thing that I really need to make it work. I don't know why I made this play. I think the Marvel scale damage just tilted me a little bit, a lot bit. So yeah, I lose my Rotom for no reason and take a bunch of damage on my Melodic. So this game's not looking too good. I go into my Scarf Entei. He of course goes into Slowbro. I still don't get a Sacred Fire Burn. I've not gotten a Sacred Fire Burn yet with Entei. So my mascot's not treating me very well. I go back into my Melodic hoping I can recover up, but he makes a very nice double into Medicham here. And I'm going to have to let my Melodic go down at this point. But I can go back into my Scarf Entei and go for just another Sacred Fire. And still no burn. And guess what? If I had gotten that burn, then Bullet Punch couldn't have killed me here. And that matters a lot, actually. So basically, if I had killed this Medicham from getting the burn on the previous turn, then he would go into Slowbro, most likely. He could go into Tyranitar, but you know it could get burned, so I don't think that would be his play. So I would think he would go into Slowbro here, and I would just keep Sacred Firing until he kills me. And once he kills me, then I can get Porygon 2 in on the Slowbro and get up a substitute and likely win the game. Like from the rest of his sets that I've seen, if I went for the correct move on every turn, I don't think there was a way he could have won the game. He would have had to catch me without a substitute with the Toxic on his Tyranitar. Because like I saw, he sent me his sets, and that was the only way he really could have killed Porygon 2 after I had set up a Cursor 2. Once Medicham was down, of course, after this in this scenario. And even if he like kept Medicham around, like I got the burn and he switched out into Slowbro, a burned Medicham really can't do much after a couple curses either. So, yeah, like I'm pretty sure I could have won that game if I had gotten that 50-50 burn, and that is what it makes me so upset. Like if he had gone for something other than Poison Jab, like High Jump Kick, like he would have killed and that would have been fine. It wouldn't have mattered. But since he went for Poison Jab there, I had a 50-50 chance of winning the game, and I lost it. And so, yeah, I kind of spoiled what happens for the rest of this game, so I'm just going to put it on fast here. Yeah, at this point, it's basically over. I'm going to go into Gardevoir here, and he's going to kill me. And, of course, I'm matched up against the one thing on his team that actually does have Toxic. Yeah, I was hoping he didn't, and I was hoping I could get a curse up as he attacked, and then I could go for a substitute. Because after one curse, he shouldn't have been able to break a sub, and that was my best chance, and it didn't work out. So yeah, I'm Toxic, and there's a full health Excadrill here that can easily take my +1 returns. Well, somewhat easily. Easily enough to be able to preserve the 5-0. So yeah, that's how you kill my motivation with Pokemon, honestly, is to have me come up with an amazing set that I love to death and have it not work out due to a 50-50. And like that's of course no fault to Dr. Slacking, but like after this game, my motivation for building and playing has gone way down. But yeah, that's just how it goes with Pokemon sometimes. You know, I'm still gonna finish out this season of minors, of course, and every other league that I'm in. But I feel like one of those football teams. I don't watch football, but I know that they have like a draft, right? And I think the worse you do in the season, the better you get in the draft. So like once you're starting out with a really bad season, you just kind of want to lose more so you can do better next season. And even though I know that like changing from season to season in Pokemon doesn't affect the draft, I feel like I'm just ready to start out the next season with the team that I actually draft and can enjoy using. This team is better for me than what the original team was, but I still feel like it's not my team. It's not there for me. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like one of those teams where just like I don't care anymore. I can just lose and be fine. I don't have any expectations of making playoffs anymore, I guess, is the thing. So I'm just looking forward to next season, I guess. All right, I'll see you guys in the next week, where hopefully we can do a bit better.